This video is on APR.2.3. This is functions, but specifically dealing with the zeros of a function. And remember, key point in all of this is zeros is the same thing as x-intercepts. Several points are plotted on the graph. Select the plotted points in the graph that represent the zeros of the functions. And they give us this function here. Select all that apply. So again, the one thing to remember is that we're looking for the x-intercepts that make this work. So if we're looking for the x-intercepts, I know it can't be G or F or C here. It's got to be any of these 4 points. Zeros means that f of x is equal to 0. So I'm going to take this function and set it equal to 0. Now I'm going to take both parts of these functions separately and set them both equal to 0 and solve. The first one is not factored all the way. I can use a equals 1 to factor this. I need to find something that multiplies the negative 8 that adds up to 2. Well, that would be positive 4 and negative 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. So I will take both of these, set them equal to 0. I find negative 4 and positive 2 are both intercepts. As well, from this one, x minus 6, I also find x equal to 6. So we've got 6, 0, negative 4, 0, and 2, 0. Remember, x intercepts the numbers in front first, and the y is always 0. Polynomial function contains the factors x, x minus 2, and x plus 5. Which graph could best represent the function? So if they tell you the factors, the big thing that you need to do is make sure you set those factors equal to 0 and find out what x could be. One of them is x equals 0. If x minus 2 equals 0, then x has to be 2. And if x plus 5 equals 0, then x needs to be negative 5. So we need a graph that has all 3 of these as x-intercepts. We know it can't be 2 because 2 only has 2 x-intercepts. If you look at number 1, this one is at negative 5, 0, and 2. So this one works. When I come over to 3, I have the one at 0, but this is positive 5, and this is negative 2, which is opposite of what we need here. So it cannot be 3. The only one that works is 1. Big key here is that zeros is x-intercepts. And remember, an x-intercept is something with a number and a 0 as its coordinate.